Hey everybody, welcome to Popcorn Talk. On this episode, we're going to find out how Star Trek Beyond reached the final frontier of being number one at the box office. It ran up against Jason Bourne's fists. Let's do this.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's box office breakdown.
Hey everybody, look at that.
Wait, did you say it was number one?
What?
Star Trek? Yeah.
No, that it reached the final frontier of being number one at the box office.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. And
I
that was
get it.
Jason Bourne's fists.
Nailed it.
That's what they got at the end there,
Okay.
right? Yes.
Thank you. I was like, wait, did I read it
Pretty
wrong?
smooth opening for box office breakdown here.
Excellent.
Popcorn Talk.
Because Frank is back.
That's right. Hey everybody, I know I've been gone for a
Yay.
couple weeks. I've missed it, but don't worry, I've seen lots of films in my absence.
Really?
Oh,
I have, yes.
I want to
Yay.
know what you've seen.
I saw Tarzan. Take it, everybody. I saw Tarzan.
And
So-
how was?
Yay.
It
Dish.
was okay. It was alright.
Okay.
It was
This
alright.
is not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
So
Tarzan.
most people were like, it was good. You
was-
know that trail off at the end? Like,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
Dot.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, I'm sorry, can we get the chat up on the screen, please? Thank y'all.
Yeah, so I know everybody was doubting because I was always giving Richie a hard time about, it's
Okay.
Disney and Warcraft.
Wait,
so
you
I had
at
to make
least saw
sure.
it?
Yes. And I had missed,
Yay.
yeah, so I mean, I've been sitting on there for 2 weeks like, I saw Tarzan. Independence Day, Ghostbusters, Star Trek Beyond,
What did you
Jason
think
Bourne.
of?
Wait,
what
yeah.
did you think of Independence Day? I need to know because I did see that one as well.
That was a big pile of dumb.
Okay.
It's just a big
Next.
pile of dumb.
Wait, what was?
Wow,
Independence Day.
Frank, you've seen
Yes.
more movies than Richie. Yeah.
Yes, I've come back.
I think
But
because
I think like even people who are like bedridden have seen more movies.
Oh. Well, everybody can
Burn,
beat
Quinn.
me. I
Burn.
Just kidding. Actually, you went to the theater this week, and so did I. So we're
I was
equal.
in the theater this
We are
weekend.
equal.
Well, yeah, we're getting crazy right out of the way. So first, we'll just introduce ourselves real quick. I'm one of your hosts, Frank Moran. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie.
Hi, my name's Quinn Scillian. You guys can find me on Twitter at Quinn Scillian.
My name's Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane.
You guys can stalk me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye.
That's right. There you go. And so, of course, this is the show where we talk about the box office there this past weekend. Then we give predictions, little box office prognostications of the week to come.
Yes.
Prognostication.
Look at you in big fancy words.
Ooh, I came back. Yeah, I got my source while I was gone. I looked at that. So, yeah, we're going to jump right into it, guys. We talked about films. I know you guys...
Wait, what do you think of Independence Day 2? I know that was a little while ago, but I'm curious.
Yeah, as I told Richie, it was just a big pile of dumb.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Wah,
did you see
wah.
it?
No.
No redeeming qualities for you.
No. I mean,
I told you if the movie came out in 1997, it would have been great.
Fair enough.
I would say Bill Pullman's beard was magnificent. I loved it. I was sad to see him shave
That's
it.
enough to keep you.
Yes. Just tracking
Intrigued.
because he had like a crazy man beard for a long time. So I was like, oh, all right, Bill Pullman, looking good.
There you go.
Yeah,
We tried.
Yeah, I don't know if I could see that. I know they wanted this to try to launch a whole new franchise, and I just don't. I don't think this was good enough to make me want to see like, oh, I want to see more of the story.
Bummer. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I think people were surprised by that, especially like the Liam Hemsworth fans, because he's been a box office pull before. So
Really, just I feel like he's on in a more of an ensemble. I feel like you don't go to see a movie for Liam.
yeah,
Hemsworth.
that's probably a big
Burn.
Burn.
Thor.
Sorry, Liam.
That's
That's Chris Hemsworth.
I'm the other one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They're both
Thor.
He's
Yeah.
apparently the
oh,
box
wait, the
office
other
draw.
one. Yeah.
Thor.
Now, talking about franchises
think I
that
was
people
just listening
were
last
excited to
night.
see, though, we can get into our number one here. It was
Yes.
Jason Bourne.
How was it? See, I was made to choose between Lights Out and Jason Bourne, and I really wanted to see Jason Bourne, but I lost that. So, how was it?
That's why you go to the movies alone.
Okay, next time.
Just
But
like
he
that's-
still wanted to see Lights Out. He kept talking about that one.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's true.
It has been on my list, but
Yeah.
I wanted to see both of them.
Yeah. Now, did anybody else see it other than myself?
No.
No.
Yeah. It was. It was okay. It was
What?
okay. You know, I mean,
Why?
I
Yeah, I want
Paul
to hear. I want to
Greengrass-
hear the rundown here, Frank.
Oh,
You can't just say it was okay and then say, well, moving on.
Was there too much shaky camera? That I feel that was more. I've heard that is a complaint. Too much shaky camera, and just it's too much of just fight scenes and not enough content.
Not enough pulp.
Something like
there
that.
just wasn't enough.
There was enough story.
Yeah, there wasn't enough to hook me. I mean, Jason Bourne just.
But I'm
you
like,
know,
it's a Jason Bourne movie. They're all about the action.
Yeah.
Normally there's a loose thread of a story in between all of the action.
No, I mean, there is. I mean, it's nice action, but you think.
I mean,
that,
I'm gonna watch it, just not.
I just want to give a quick
Rushing.
birthday shout out to Alban.
Yeah, we actually.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I just wanted to
somebody
get that
else's
before it
birthday,
disappeared
too.
on the chat because you're here every week and we love you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy B-Day.
No, given where the last Bourne film ended, and you kind of found out who he was, kind of had some questions answered, I thought we'd find him in a different place. Maybe it'd be a little bit of a little change of pace.
Okay.
But you know,
All right.
None of that?
Was
No.
it a fun action movie at least?
it was.
Like
you
if
have a
you
good
go for
time?
that, do you get that?
You didn't have a good time?
You know, I feel like I've seen.
You're
better-
making this sound dismal.
No, I mean, it's just fine. It's fine. It's not like you're sitting there hating it.
Oh
but
my
you're
God.
Just
You know
sitting
when
there
someone
like,
says
it's
something
all
was
right.
just fine, that means it was horrible. It's fine.
Look at that.
Way to go, Quinn. You
Our
proved
star
me
drew.
wrong last week. About what?
Oh, we'll find out.
We're all like waiting, like he's gonna respond, like right now.
They can't.
Yeah, but I mean, it did pull in over $59 million.
I was saying that one would be the high one, and you guys were all you two, because you weren't here. We're doubting
I
a
thought
little
I
bit.
I said
guessed
45.
60.
I said
45.
pretty low.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I guess pretty
we
low
were
on that one because I was going off of what the other kind of sequels had made, and this topped.
But
Isn't this
he's
made the
back.
most of the franchise?
He's back, and the
No.
same director from earlier ones is.
I
are
told
back.
you it was
So-
like going back to a relationship that went
Yeah.
bad. I mean, you don't know if you trusted yet.
Yeah, I get that. I just cannot find an interest in this franchise. I just I'm looking for it under pillows
Never?
and blankets, throw blankets, and I just cannot.
Okay, so
cannot
have
find
you
interest in
seen
this.
any of them?
No, I haven't.
Okay, watch the first one.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you know how many other things that people are gonna say there how many other things I probably should see before the Jason Bourne. You know what I mean?
But we're not talking about
Right,
those
yeah, we're not
things.
talking about those things. But if you do that, you'll never see anything.
I'm just saying that
Just take one a week.
You can't please everybody.
No, just take one a
Fine.
week.
Yeah,
just
there you
watch the first one.
But what if there's something else I'd rather watch?
You've
We're
got
not
7
saying you
more
have
days,
to watch
Quinn.
it by next week. Just you have some time.
I just
Anyway.
have a feeling I'm gonna be oh, maybe I'll do Jason Bourne. And I'll be like, no, I don't
Just
wanna
promise
do
it on camera so then we can
Yes.
ridicule you if you don't do it.
You know what? Actually, I should do that because we need to stop
It's
giving you shit.
accountability
We
group.
do need to stop giving you shit for Warcraft. So I'll go ahead and say I will watch the first Bourne movie.
Wow. All
I
right.
will. I will watch it.
Writing that
Yes.
down.
Write it down. Write it
Okay.
down. I will take that burden off your shoulders,
Yeah.
Richie.
Quinn Scillian on the clock with Bourne.
All right, we'll do it.
All right, well, excited about that. No, I felt like after Bourne Legacy, that was kind of a misstep by many people when you saw there was Jeremy Renner taking the rose.
Yeah, we were talking about
Yes.
that. How that one made so much less than the other films because it wasn't Matt Damon. So
Yeah, and I can feel like-
it's like you're there for Jason Bourne. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool, but
As Matt Damon.
No,
Yeah.
and I think maybe that helped why it did so well at the box office. Where it's like
Oh, there
it's
we
been
go.
gone for a while. All of a sudden you hear Matt Damon is back, Paul Greengrass is
Yeah.
back. It kind of like, all right, now I want to see it back in
Yeah.
action.
so there was
I
a typo
did.
there. It's Richie saw a movie, so he was proving them wrong, not Quinn.
Dang,
Prove
I got
it.
excited.
I know you're like,
I'm
what?
proving people wrong every week now.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I was gonna say I got a double streak this week. I'm seeing another advanced screening. I'm seeing Suicide Squad tomorrow.
Gels.
What?
Tomorrow, you
Yeah.
lucky dog. Well,
I
thanks
know.
for inviting all of
I
us.
won
That's
it
cool.
on the radio. I called in.
Get out of here.
I was caller 2, 13, and the winner 20. And I'm like, wait, really? Did
Can I
win?
tell you a secret?
Yes.
I used to intern at a radio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like a radio show, like a morning radio show,
Yeah.
and we used to give away tickets.
Nice.
And it's a complete load of horse shit. Like what number you are is completely fake.
I've had other ones though, and they call in, and like I've called one radio station. It was a small radio station. I won some other prize. I felt no one was listening because they're like, "You're calling this, you're calling that." They're like, "Can you wait like 5 minutes and call back again?" Because they're like, "You need to wait."
Oh.
So I mean, I think it
We had
depends on
lots
the
of
station.
callers. We just didn't have the patience to we didn't have that kind of system to number all the callers who were calling
Was
in.
it a big one?
Yeah, I mean it was like a really huge Clear Channel affiliate in Detroit.
Interesting, because I saw there's some great video on YouTube or something on it. Sorry guys, we're
Note.
digressing, but this is still interesting. If you guys
Watch-
ever call a radio station,
Watch the interns.
they had a thing on the guy showing how he did it, like line 1, line 2, line 3, and going through it, and then prepping the sound bite and airing it and everything.
And he's a really good
well,
intern.
either way, I won. Okay, and I'm seeing
proud of
Suicide
you.
Squad tomorrow, guys.
Congrats.
I'm saying it's even
I'm
better if
jealous.
it's arbitrary than it is
Yeah.
for there to be an
I would
actual
like-
number.
And I'm supposed to
to
get a prize
know-
pack of some sort too.
Your Twitter rating once you're done.
Yeah, I
Just the
will. I'll
rating,
say something.
just give
yeah,
me the something.
I'll let you guys know. 'Cause
Even if
then
you
I'll
don't
have
tell
definitely
anybody else,
seen it.
because I like a little spoiler.
You like
And
just
then-
a little.
I like just a little spoiler.
If you didn't watch, like 2 weeks ago, I saw Nerve at Comic Con as an advanced screening as well. So I'm like, yay, another advanced screening. Only way I seem to be seeing movies lately.
No, I saw your picture there from Comic. I just lived
Yes.
vicariously through your Comic Con adventures
Yeah,
and,
you
and
know.
got a little teary eyed.
Kari is balling.
Advanced screenings?
Speaking of teary eyed, I'm a little teary eyed because our second film there in our top 5, Star Trek Beyond, man, it dropped 58% and only pulled in a little, almost $25 million, a little shy of that.
I did see Star Trek this week.
What do you think of it?
How was it?
I have a couple thoughts about it.
Okay.
Tell.
I thought that it was interesting how much time was spent off the Enterprise in this movie. It almost felt
Because
like,
it's a big plot point, no spoilers about the Enterprise.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was
Okay.
it's different for a Star Trek movie to
they're
spend
not on the ship
so
the
much
whole time.
time on the terrain.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost seemed a little even Star Warsy that how much time they spent off of it.
Ooh.
Okay.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really missing the fun back and forth glib banter between Kirk and Spock. We didn't get as much of that, or Kirk and the rest of the crew just in general, because people were so spread out and so separated for so much of the movie.
I wonder why
we
that
didn't have
is.
as much like of that fun kind of chatter that you really
still
like.
had so much humor, though.
I thought it was still really, really cute.
Okay.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I did enjoy it. It was by far, it was not my favorite of them so far. It was probably my least favorite of them so far.
Really?
But I still thought, cinematically, you still get to see so much of the J.J. Abrams in there. So it's
Yeah.
really, really still
Yeah.
pretty to watch. It was a fun story. I was entertained. And yeah, I think that there was a lot that they did right, but it just almost felt there was too many ideas, too packed in, and it felt a little jumbled. Like, I liked everything separately, but everything together I don't think worked.
This was the first one I feel like I didn't really hear much about before the teaser started. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I liked it a lot.
I usually hear a lot about the production of the movies before they come out. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
didn't hear that much about this one for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a moment at the end of the film where there's something with that happens with the bad guy that they show you something and then they go this weird direction where it kind of threw me off, and I was just like, well, why did they make those choices?
Oh my God! Now I gotta see it.
Yes.
Yeah, there was also some parts of it that I kept being like, oh, like that's gonna come back around, and then like things didn't come back around,
Yeah.
and I was
Oh,
kind
no,
of
it totally did. Okay, fine.
Just a couple things. We'll talk about it after. I don't want to spoil.
There are
anything.
some things. Well, it's funny. Okay, good point. Someone was saying it's not a spoiler. It happens on the thread. Okay, I love watching trailers for movie, and at the same time, I try not to, because like Nerve, I knew nothing really. I knew a very basic concept of it, and after I saw it, I heard a radio ad for it, and I'm like, that told you everything that happens, and I like that I didn't know those things.
Yep, I'm
so
that way
same
too.
thing.
I avoid
you hadn't
spoilers
seen the
at
full
all costs.
trailer for Nerve?
No, like they're like, well, they own us now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, when
That
you first watch the
sucks.
trailer for
Don't
Nerve, it
say
looks like a
that.
romantic comedy. And then it suddenly takes a darker turn, and so it kind of tells you where it's going when you see the
Yeah,
trailer.
see, I hate when trailers do that too much for it like that, you know?
Like I said I don't even watch the coming up next, when I'm watching a TV show. Like that's how much I really like to stay away from.
I don't know what's wrong
from
with me. I
spoilers.
have to see
really,
those
Yeah.
really
things.
hate them. No, I don't want to know
I've gotta
anything.
know the future.
But there's certain ones though that like
That's
you,
what The
if you
Bachelorette
don't
is on
know,
tonight.
You lose that surprise
Yeah.
of learning about it. Like there's this one anime and I knew nothing about it. Just they're like, hey, go watch it. And there's a great plot reveal. And then if you go to Netflix, it says it in the description. And I'm like, but that was so cool not to know that happened. So
Interesting.
when you go in, but anyways.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's I know some people are saying like, oh, it's about 58% is kind of typical for a second week drop, but I don't know. I mean, it didn't really come out of the it didn't blaze many trails last week either. Number one, and I mean, I know J.J. Abrams has got the idea of what a fourth movie may entail, but I worry that the box office results for this one may not even give them the green light to do that.
I like that
film.
you're wearing your Star Wars
interesting
shirt.
though
That's what I'm talking about, Star Trek.
that people in the chat are saying that it felt like the most Star Trek.
They still do
Other
have
than
that wonderful 60s retro vibe to
Yeah.
everything, which I really, really enjoy.
I like the action in it though, but I could see somebody feeling there's a lot of action.
Yeah,
But-
I just think the Star Trek movies they do well when you get great character moments in between the crew, but then you also have like a compelling villain. And like if you look at Wrath of Khan, things like that, where you can't understand the villain's motivation, but I feel like this one.
I will agree that I wasn't thrilled with the villain's motivation.
That's what I was talking about when
That's
I wanted to talk about things coming back around. That was kind of what I wanted to dip into.
Okay, that was the only thing but
Jazz
Fun
for
ride.
1173 says they rushed it for this year because it was a 50th anniversary, but they barely promoted it being the 50th anniversary. That's really interesting.
That's true.
I wonder why.
at Comic-Con they promoted Star Trek 50th a lot.
Huh.
They had a special art gallery exhibit.
Did
They
you
were
guys see
selling
anything?
shirts.
Like a lot of that stuff?
No, but I
on,
feel
on
like
billboards or anything?
Not really. They're just like Star Trek, but they weren't really like, it's the 50th anniversary of the Star Trek like whole thing.
And I feel like most of the thrust seems to be for the new TV show that Brian Fuller is going to be doing. So which I feel like okay, you
made a pun there.
Thank you. We also have a film that's coming out, but I feel like everybody's talking about the new TV series, series. So coming in at number 3 though, we've got Bad Moms. there.
I'm very surprised at that.
Oh, yeah?
Actually.
I don't even think I put it on my top 5. I mean, maybe it's...
23.
I
3.8 million,
don't think it
guys.
was
I
in
think
my.
It was. Wait.
It wasn't in my field of vision.
I did it
for the
maybe
top
for like
five.
the 5th.
I think I said it was 4.
I think I said 5th for that, but I mean, like, wow, that really chugged right up there.
Yeah.
Literally.
I guess because I mean, like, it's like there's not really anything else like it out right now. It doesn't have a whole lot of competition in terms of genre. Like, I guess I get it.
Who was going to see it though? I want to know.
Bad moms. Leaving the kids at home alone, no babysitter. Fuck it.
I think anybody would have seen Bridesmaids or or the Riding
It
the
just
Wave
didn't
kind of
look
the go-
Female
Bridesmaids like to me.
comedy, semi more
I don't
on
wanna
the
be-
raunchy, but
I feel like
guess.
Bridesmaids just looked.
Let's
epic.
go see that new Mila Kunis comedy.
Right. Who was saying that? I mean, this is no offense to her.
No, I like her a lot.
I
I'm
like
just
her, but I
saying.
feel like she's more of a.
she's the pretty.
I don't
girl
think
in
of her as a
Forgetting
mom.
Sarah Marshall.
I don't think
you
of her
know?
as a mom,
Yeah.
and I don't
But
really
she
think
is
of her
actually a mom, so let's give credit
I
where
know,
credit's
but
due.
it's still like
Not
she
that
does,
type of mom.
She's not a mom. She's definitely not like soccer mom image.
No.
We were saying
She's
the
still a
other
hot
thing,
chick.
Yeah,
Her kids are gonna speak Spanish, if you know what I mean.
as in fluent or
Like
in
nannies.
both- Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mostly female, over 35. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the demographic for it.
Oh, look at that. Star Drew really liked your joke, Quinn.
I know, but that might be.
That might be Richie.
And I know.
Star Drew, your shirts Quinn? Or
Yeah, are you talking about me? The demographic was 82% female, average over 35. Wow, that's
Some pretty specific
that
statistics
sure
there.
is. And for that crew to get that
Sure.
movie to number 3 is like very, very
That's what
tough.
Were they going to the movies?
Yeah, they sure were.
Yeah.
Well, because they're finally, hey, this is a movie for us. How often do we get
I
to
feel
see
like
that?
they
We
must have
gotta
all
Maybe.
just gotten together. There was like one mass email. Everybody went out at the same time.
see
There you go.
I don't know.
Coming at number 4, though, we've got one of the animated films kind of staying in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Life of Pets.
Slop.
There you go. Yeah, slop, as Quinn likes to abbreviate it there.
Sloppy.
It's not
18.9
letting
million.
go. It's like
Yeah.
It's hanging in there.
Claws.
I'm like I have a
feline
visual
claws.
of like the dog joke of like it not letting go of its spot. But I'm like, nope, it's not really working.
No.
like a dog with a mailman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do
Or-
dogs-
And it's
or
holding
bone.
on to its number 4. Never mind.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Good for
It
Slop.
was one of those. It was funny in my head, but then I was like, words explained. What? No.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Where the statistics were from Box Office Mojo. But how do they really know, like when you buy your ticket per se, what your demographic is?
I don't know unless they're doing.
I want to know how Box Office Mojo knows that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are there surveys for
Just
that?
polls. Yeah, I'm sure there's just polls. You know, like, I mean,
yeah.
have you been on Twitter at all? The people are like, are you interested in this and this? And Twitter already knows, like, how old you are, where you live, who your friends are, what you do for a
Yeah.
living. You know what I mean?
But
like,
I mean, if you
Twitter
just went to a movie
knows.
theater and paid in cash and then didn't talk about it online,
I know.
how do they know?
But it's just sample polling. You know,
Oh,
just like
yeah,
pretty much
sure.
anything else, I guess.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You giving up, Richie?
I give up.
All right.
But I'm not gonna lie, like I could see myself like
Yeah,
late at
surveys.
night, like one night being like, something to watch. I'll watch Bad Moms. Like I could see myself
But you know what
watching that
though?
at some
Low
point.
key, it's probably really funny.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I'm sure it's actually like one of those.
I didn't hear any reviews about it though. I actually don't know what people are saying about it.
What are you guys saying? Somebody tell us.
Anybody
about
see
that?
it? Did anybody see it? Yeah, but what if you paid in cash too on the
True
comment
Samurai here
credit
still
cards?
thinks Pets could be in the top 5 next week.
Exit survey sample
I don't
polling
even
true.
remember
Okay,
what
did
the last
any of
thing I
you
paid in
guys
cash for
see
was.
Bad Moms and what did you think of it? Leave
Like,
a
is-
comment down below, or if you're
Exit
live,
poll.
Like, is it
let
gonna
us
get
know.
good word of mouth? Like, are people gonna be like, how kind of like I feel like Mike and Dave did a little bit. Everyone's like, oh, see that movie? It's actually really, really good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe we're gonna get the same
that
kind of
ripple
thing
effect,
with with
yeah.
Bad Moms.
Possibly.
In the meantime, though, we also hear what people have said about Bad Moms. We also, rounding out the top 5, another animated film, Ice Age Collision Course.
I'm surprised that one's still
Yay.
there. Actually, I'm like, really?
Yeah. I've never been a huge fan of the Ice Age franchise. I never really got into it.
We've already said why are they still making those?
Yep. So.
Because they make money. That's
Yep,
why.
that's right. Yeah, you don't make it just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
So you only because you think there's going to be some box office there. I made 10.9 million. So,
Not bad.
yeah, you know.
Congrats.
Richie's very excited. Richie, are you going to go see Ice Age Collision Course?
Probably not.
No? Man,
Not
wow.
in this lifetime.
Aw, Richie, come on now.
I don't know. You know, if somebody convinced me to see it, I might. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Not my thing.
All right.
Buying tickets on Fandango, they ask you what you thought of it after. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I like this one.
you know,
Ryan.
I feel bad. I was like, ignore those. Like, how was your stay? Like,
Yeah, I like this. I'm a 36-year-old male. I won't be seeing Bad Moms anytime soon. I'm not seeing Bad Moms anytime soon. I'm like, no, I'm just not interested in the subject matter at all.
No.
I'm like, no.
Maybe on Netflix.
Not even then. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like, you know, it's definitely it's geared towards, I think,
There we go.
Sorry.
That's what okay, we were talking about this. So worldwide box office, Ice Age was, are you saying Ice Age was 5?
Lights Out at 5.
Yeah, I did hear on the radio, we were talking about this before the show, that I heard Lights Out was number 5, but Box Office Mojo was saying Ice Age, so.
Oh yeah, but I mean, well,
Maybe they were really close.
Yeah, who knows? But
Yeah.
okay, so if that was the case, Richie, I know you saw Lights Out.
Yeah, you finally saw Lights Out. Well, not finally, it just came out. What did you think?
You know what? I liked it.
There's
It was
hesitation there.
fun.
Okay.
It ended differently than I thought it would.
Plot
Good or
twist.
bad? Good or bad, though?
In a good way, but I mean, it made perfect sense.
Okay.
But it was kind of like, you didn't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't really describe it for you.
That's fine.
But I will say though, like, they found some great ways to make a shadow very scary.
How many times did you scream?
You know, I didn't scream a lot.
Did you
but
jump?
I gotta tell you guys,
Gotta
and
look.
this is not even related to that movie. While I do give that movie probably a 90%, I would say go see it.
Wow, okay.
I think The Conjuring 2 was actually a little bit better
Okay.
story-wise.
Okay.
Something about that movie was just a lot more entertaining. There is this movie coming out, and I cannot remember what it's called, but it is about this blind man and these 3 kids, like, I guess, break into his house. And
Is this Sandlot?
I cannot remember the name of the movie to save my life. But anyway, he gets these kids trapped in his house and he's hunting them down blind. And so then all of a sudden, like, he turns off the lights in the entire house and he's like, you know, now you see what I see. And so
yeah.
he starts hunting them. When I tell you that trailer had me so stressed out, like, I felt
That
like
really
I had
stuck
just
with
seen
you.
a movie.
That really stuck with you.
It did. It
Oh
really
my
did.
gosh. I wonder when that
You guys
comes
gotta
out.
see that.
Do you guys know what the movie he's talking
It's
about?
coming out soon, actually, like within the maybe.
Do you know
maybe
why
this
he's
month.
hunting the kids? Do the kids do
I
something
guess because
bad?
they broke into his house
Okay.
for some reason. I don't know why.
That's actually kind of interesting.
It was really fascinating and really, really scary to me.
If you guys,
Wow.
Don't breathe.
That's it. Oh my God.
Oh, you know what? Now that they say
Please
the name of it, I think I've seen a trailer
Look
for
at
this.
that trailer. Like, it is horrifying.
Thank you guys for the info. I want to go watch the trailer for that. I'll check it out.
Now that I see that it's called that, I think I actually have seen. I don't think I've seen the trailer though.
You
Maybe
gotta
I've
see the
seen
trailer. Listen,
a
that's
teaser
all I'm
trailer.
gonna say.
Okay. I'll
That looks
yeah.
to me like one of the scary movies I will ever see.
Man, Richie, you're really brave. I'm like, I really can't do these scary movies like that. Like, I mean, I like a psychological thriller for sure,
Yeah.
but those kind of like you know those real kind of jump scare things, like, whew, man.
You don't want to deal with the little mini heart attacks?
I have like insomnia as it is, so it's like I'm doing my best here to even fall asleep on a daily basis. So I don't think I should add that to like my list of worries.
Fair enough.
Oh, add it to your list.
Add it to my one more thing.
I'll write it down.
No, I'll do like one scary movie a year. You know?
Okay, make it this one.
You think? You haven't even seen it yet.
But I think you should see it.
Okay. It's a date.
Who's going to see it first? Richie or Quinn?
When
We're
it
both
comes
gonna
out
see it.
soon, right?
Well, yeah,
Just
we'll go.
soon.
We'll both go.
My pen won't write.
Because your pen's on my team.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh,
Fixed
dang.
it.
There you
Made
go.
it work.
Dang it.
You got to write that down to remember, Richie?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Oh no, I just
feel
got
like the
nervous just thinking about it. I regret it. I regret everything.
Nope. All right, so we're gonna cross the border. We're gonna cross the border and the ocean and go internationally there.
Across the pond.
That's right, across the
Woo.
pond. Now, after logging the biggest international opening day for the franchise as it began offshore rollout last week, Jason Bourne cracked the best offshore weekend launch ever in the series. The Universal action thriller landed $50.7 million in 48 markets, including Korea, the UK, Australia, and it bested all previous Bourne films on a like-for-like market basis. So, Jason Bourne kicking butt
Did
all
well.
around the world.
Quinn just watched Stranger Things on Netflix. Guess what? I did.
Did you finish it?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're talking-
I can do. Stranger Things was fine.
It's excellent.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait
in
a
terms of
minute.
being
Hold
too
on.
scary, I loved the series. It's like so good, and also it wasn't too scary for me. So yeah, that's a good.
It's more suspense with a good planting of a couple jump scares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's my perfect amount of scary. Yeah.
Did you see Stranger
I
Things
have
yet?
not watched it yet. I know I'm way behind the curve on this.
You're
It
gonna
just
love
came
it.
Well, I'm
out,
still
and
on
it's only
episode
like
1.
8
It's
episodes.
like
So I can catch up.
objectively amazing.
Catch up.
He was like, I was watching it and wasn't really paying attention, and we were like, no,
was.
you have to like watch.
And so
'cause
last
there's things
night,
that go on.
I turned it on and I started watching it and just
Good.
did nothing else.
Good.
I did fall asleep towards the end because I was tired.
Fair enough.
However,
that's fair enough.
Even
I'm
the
gonna,
best
I'm
series
gonna,
you
I'm
can-
gonna finish it and I'm gonna watch an episode per day.
Okay.
All right, look at that. And it's what 8 episodes, 10 episodes?
Good
8
night,
episodes. So
true
there you
samurai
go.
hero.
All right. So
Sleep well.
All right, like that.
Suicide. He's going early on his guesses. So we got Suicide Squad at 125, Jason Bourne at 28. Okay. Star Trek 11.5, Bad Moms 11.4. So specific.
I
with
love
this
that you
0.4.
have the 0.4
And
the 0.5.
that's 11.
Now, speaking of Bad Moms, of course, it
Those are
did,
good guesses. I like them.
compared to like Bridesmaids, Trainwreck, and Sex Tape, it got $1.4 million in 12 markets. So it's actually done better than all his other films.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
And
Better
speaking
than
of-
Sex Tape?
Yeah, better than
Cameron
Sex
Diaz?
Tape.
You're
I know.
kidding.
That was funny.
Jason Segel, come on. Secret Life of Pets is a cat's whisker away from $100 million. And Now You See Me 2 has topped the first film's overseas lifetime box office results. So
Really?
maybe it bodes well for Now You See Me 3.
Probably.
Maybe.
Overseas.
Yeah.
And sadly, again, Star Trek dropping both domestically and internationally. It dropped 57% overseas as well to just get $13 million for a total of 54.8.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Oh, come on, guys. I want to see a fourth film because they might be wrapping up the Kelvin timeline. Who knows?
And also, I thought we
yeah.
were going to get more Chris Hemsworth.
I think the rumor is that if he comes back, if they do a fourth film, that he would be in the fourth film.
Then I'm in.
Oh, all right. You've heard it there. Now, coming
Should
up
I
next.
write that one down too?
That's right. She's into Chris Hemsworth. That's right.
That one for sure. I'll get that tattooed.
Now, coming up next week, we've got Suicide Squad and 9 Lives as 2 of our big major releases next week. So,
9
as we like to
Lives.
do, 9 Lives.
Yeah.
God,
that was-
I still laugh every time I swear to God, the first time I saw a commercial or trailer for this movie, I was like, is this Funny or Die? Like, I really thought this was like a fake parody.
It looks like a joke. You're
because
like,
it's like
wait,
Kevin
a real
Spacey and
trailer?
like Christopher Walken and these really like nice, well-esteemed actors doing this crazy movie, and I was just like, it's so funny. They made a whole parody trailer for this.
Well, maybe it's something
cats.
refreshing for them to do something quirky, family, and just kind of weird.
No, I mean now that I know that we're
No, but
here,
it still looks like wait for reals. That's the
I
plot.
just can't believe that I really thought I was just like, oh, like that's like just,
Oh, I'm not surprised you thought that at all. Watching that trailer, you're like, wait,
yeah.
what? Yeah. He's like,
I have a feeling I'm gonna somehow end up in this movie theater seeing this movie. Like I can't, like I no part of me wants to, but like babysitting or something. Like I have a feeling like I will, my butt will be in that seat at some point.
Sorry. I feel bad for you
Ah.
about that.
The things we do.
Yes.
I love animal movies, but even that, I'm like, the thing
You
is
can watch
also,
a lot of cat videos on YouTube.
yeah. Well, the problem with it is the animation of the cat, from what little I saw in the trailer, looks so fake, and I'm like, okay. I like some of this comment they said. It looks like a 90s movie.
Get
but
$18.
see, that animation, I could be okay with it being in the 90s. But now I'm like, they should be better. It look more real. It
I
just
wonder what
looks
the budget
so
for this
artificial.
movie was. I should look that up. And because I want to look up the
$18.
budget.
Yeah.
The budget. 'Cause I'm really curious as to like. I mean, it all went to Kevin Spacey and Christopher Walken.
I was about to say that's where the budget went. That's why the CGI.
That's why
was-
CGI.
Yeah. Exactly. They're like, yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, because we've been talking about Suicide Squad and that, well, we're talking more about 9 Lives than Suicide Squad. But as we talk about, we'd like to do like a top 5 related to our new upcoming films. And this one we'll do Will Smith. Could have picked Kevin Spacey, but I did Will Smith. Our
That's
top
fine.
5. Yeah.
I think this is probably more like Will Smith is probably more apt for this as opposed to like going to Kevin Spacey movies. It'd be
think-
so out of the realm of what 9 Lives is even like
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
into. We'd probably stick with Will Smith.
Yeah.
So coming in at number 1, we have, well, actually, we'll do number 5. Coming in at Men in Black 2. They came out, oh man, back in 2002.
Men in Black
52.
1's not even on this
They
list?
came in at number
What?
6. So just
Really?
underneath it. Which,
Wow.
yeah.
In black.
But the first one's so good, then the second one's okay, and the third you're like,
I didn't mind the third. I thought I actually liked the third one better than the second one.
You did?
maybe.
Yeah, because I didn't.
I
I'm a sucker
didn't.
for time
Gosh,
travel.
I like the
Suck-
first two a lot.
Love
and
the
the third one.
first
I was
one.
just like, meh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the first one is. I mean, the
But
egg,
the first
the
one,
egg
it's-
chairs, the egg chair scene of the first Men in Black movie is like maybe one of my favorite movie scenes of all time.
there you go, Bagger Vance. That's a good point. That's another good one. No, nothing's wrong with the 90s. Do not get me wrong. It's I love 90s. I love 90s movies. It was more just a movie today. The special effects looks like it's from then, and it should be better by now. So
Yeah, body switching movies are like such a thing, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. Come
Yeah.
on. You're better than that.
Oh, I love the Shaggy Dog. That was a good movie.
For Will Smith movies, at number 4, we've got I, Robot. That made $52 million. Also, its opening week, just almost similar to what Fox did back in 2004. Similar to what Men in Black did too in 2002. So yeah, I, Robot. Nah, it's an okay movie.
It was fun.
Right.
Fine.
Men in Black 3 came out in 2012. There made $54.5 million. And is my probably, I guess the first one. I need to see that again, but I really enjoyed number 3. Just it was.
Well, it changed it up. It was a way to do something different
Yeah.
because it was a different time, and it's not. But I think maybe I was like, but it's not Tommy Lee Jones, so.
Oh come on,
But
Jeff
it's
Goldblum did a great
interesting.
job.
But it's interesting to see him be Tommy Lee Jones. So I like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then we have at number 2, we've got Hancock, which came out in 2008, made $62.6 million.
That was
I have not
kind of
seen that. I'd like to
His,
see
It was
like,
fun.
superhero kind of.
Superhero-ish.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool movie.
But if it's like,
cool
he can
concept.
be the salty superhero because he's not a real licensed
Yeah.
property.
Right,
Not really.
right.
Yeah.
And then coming in at number 1, which surprised me when I did this, was
The
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
You guys know I love that movie.
That's a great movie,
I
though.
love I Am Legend.
It's-
I do.
It's
I
an
do.
awesome movie. Like,
I love the book and Omega
Well, I
Man
know-
from the 80s.
Yeah, the
70s.
book is like I think what the book did is what the ending of it was I much preferred the ending of the book.
Book's way better.
But I thought it was still a really, really, really good movie. I thought I think it's
cool.
really compelling, and I think I don't know. I also have a kind of a thing for zombie movies. So.
I do too.
I like
Love 'em.
post-apocalyptic movies, not
Sure.
necessarily zombies. But
Okay,
post-apocalyptic, I love
And you
those.
combine them both, and you've got a great movie.
Yeah, I think it's really, really,
Every
really
time.
good.
Did you see Omega Man?
No,
Okay, so that's I Am Legend, but another version.
great.
They're kind of more vampires in that than zombies.
Ooh, vampires and zombies.
Kind of. They
Now you're
are, but
speaking
not really.
Richie Skye's language.
Vampires
All
and
right.
zombies. Well, yeah, because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan.
Now, are we
I
talking-
love the whole idea of New World Order, post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
kind of situation. I think that's just so fascinating.
Yeah.
And I think they did a really good job with the movie. And I think if anybody can lead a movie like that, it's Will Smith.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like.
Yay, more
but as-
loving the book.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, actually, I don't know what place, because I only have the top 5 for Legend of Beggar Vance. I only have his top 5 box office, so I don't know where Legend of Beggar Vance pulled in on that.
No idea.
I do know Men in Black 1 was number 6, but I don't know. I didn't pay attention to the rest of the list after that.
Maybe 7 or 8.
Too much scrolling. You're gonna get
Too much
carpal
scrolling.
tunnel.
Oh, it was too much. It was too much.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's way too hot.
I'm sorry,
way
Star
too hard.
Drew. I didn't know. I didn't look. But I will. But from now on, I will make sure I keep an eye out for Legend of Beggar Vance. See what happens there. Now, as I said, we're talking about next week's films: Suicide Squad, and of course, 9 Lives. Ooh, all right. We're going to do a little predictions here. We'll kind of rank our top 5, what we think in the box office is next week. Now, a few predictions are Batman vs. Superman, just a few notes before we start making them. That opened in March, another DC Comics film, with $166 million.
166?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it didn't do that well.
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Captain America: Civil War, if we're talking about large ensemble superhero comic book characters, that opened up with $179.1 million.
Ooh, I'm starting to think that True Samurai Hero's guess of 125 was maybe a little low.
Well, and then we've got, just so we know, Kevin Spacey's last 2 films, which opened. Most recently was Elvis and Nixon, and then Horrible Boss 2 back in 2014. Now, they opened up with $466,000.
Those were
Elvis
his
and
last
Nixon.
2 movies?
Yep, and $15.4 million,
I think he's doing theater, that's why. And also he's doing
And
House of
Netflix,
Cards.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So certainly, if we're getting into just that for a second, Suicide Squad. I mean, tons and tons and tons of publicity going on.
Oh,
The
yeah.
marketing about this
Oh,
event were
Like,
crazy.
since they started making the movie.
And it's different because, I mean, generally Marvel movies do probably a little bit better than the DC, and they've just been some bombs of the DC films lately. But DC villains is a whole different kind of ball game compared to doing, like, it's Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman movies, though, those did pretty well. But, like, the last... I was surprised that Batman Superman did as well, because that one I heard people, like, hating on it so
no, well,
much.
it had a
It
great
filmed
opening
in
weekend.
Detroit, though,
Okay.
which is so
But
exciting.
you know what though? I feel like after the Batman, like with the whole Heath Ledger thing, and how that movie was so dark, I felt like DC felt like they needed to go dark with all of their movies.
No, that was
Yeah.
kind of an idea that they wanted to differentiate themselves
Yeah.
from Marvel and go that direction. But
So
I
I
think
feel like
after you saw
that's-
Batman versus Superman, that was just too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really just it had a huge opening weekend because everybody was excited about these two characters coming together.
Sure.
But
And
the
then it's
result
just like,
of it was
wah,
just
wah.
like
Everybody
too
was
dark.
more excited about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And supposedly Suicide Squad was really doubling down on that darkness. But then after
Yeah.
seeing the release, how the trailer was received, the results of Deadpool with the sense of humor that it had in there as well, and the sense of humor that the trailer had, they decided to try to do some reshoots, kind of maybe inject a little bit more
Yeah.
levity into the scenes, the movie as well. So who knows how much of it made it into the final cut.
Yeah.
But they kind of try to do a little bit of lightening up in there. We'll see how much of it actually makes it into the final piece.
I hope the reshoots were worth. I hope they have a nice big opening weekend, so the reshoots were worth it then.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to do well in an opening
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like nobody
People are
nobody,
so excited for that.
Nobody doesn't know what this movie is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's part
Harley
of the thing
Quinn,
too,
so that's
because
great because my
like
name's
that.
Quinn.
is that going to hurt or help the movie?
which one?
What?
The fact that people don't kind of really know what to expect from, because we haven't
Their
really had
curiosity is gonna
a
pull so many people.
villain like centric movie before. I don't think, not with superheroes anyway.
No,
Not
that's
that I
very
know
true.
of.
Yeah.
No, it's
But like even on a totally different side of it, but like Disney villains are super popular. So
Yeah.
like a villain thing surprisingly is actually very popular. It's
think
not
it's-
just the heroes that people love.
Yeah, and I think it's the
Yeah.
kind of thing where it's like people have been growing up with these characters kind of in the background, and so everyone's kind of like, I want more story about this
Yeah.
or that, and kind of just really being able to kind of like really flesh out these characters that way. I think people, huge big fans are just going to eat it up. Just any kind of world building they can get, they're going to
Yeah.
want to get their hands on.
I
And
wonder if
somebody
that gives them
commented-
more creative license to do what they want with those characters because of that. Because
Yeah,
they're kind of like
sure.
sort of
Because there's more
colorful
wiggle room, isn't there?
characters.
Yeah, there's more.
Yeah.
There's
You
more
know what I mean?
creative kind of,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah, interpretation, as you will.
And then I also think from the chat, people are curious about the new Joker, which, people, because, Heath Ledger did such a great job that this is a very different look to it, different kind of style. So everyone's going to be like, so how is it coming out?
Yeah, I feel like it's tough to judge him until you see the full piece. Because I know people were
Oh, yeah.
much like with Heath Ledger, there were a lot of criticism about the role before the film came out.
Sure.
And once they saw it, I mean, people seem to really just hold that in high esteem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure.
it's who knows
But I mean,
what Jared
hey,
Leto-
didn't Jared Leto just win an Oscar like 2 years ago?
Who knows? No, some people are also saying the idea that the reshoots, they don't know if they're really buying into that, but the rumors that it's actually to add some humor. Who knows? Certainly that's...
What's the
I
truth?
guess, I guess we'll find out
what
when we
is the
see it
truth?
this weekend. We'll find out what exactly the final results for this film are.
Reshoots happen all the time. That's also very true.
Yep.
But usually,
Even films that do well have reshoots.
yeah.
So.
But I mean, like, it was weird that the reshoots was like a kind of a big news piece for a little bit. Like them going in and doing that was like all over, like.
Well, because I think it came so soon after the results of Batman versus Superman, the way the public kind of just really thought that it was just too dark for their tastes. So I feel like when Suicide Squad is also happening to be doing at least supplemental shooting, maybe reshoots, you can't help but tie the two of them. Are they related? You're trying to make a connection, maybe the media does that.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think? Can you tell that the sort of the vibe of the movie is going to be too dark by just reading the script?
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Sure.
think you could.
Okay, so like
How people die, how people are
when
killing
we
people.
are
Yeah.
writing the script or when we're getting the treatment, can't we sort of ascertain at that point, this is going a little too dark. Maybe we should think about some things here and add some levity
Yeah.
someplace.
True,
Why
but-
does that happen? That's my question.
Well, it could happen, but then you also think if DC's kind of philosophy was kind of go just more dark anyway. So even during that, they're not really realizing until maybe after the fact when the way the public is perceiving Batman versus
Exactly
Superman.
how
They're
the
like,
public takes it, because
Yeah.
like they might think it's not that big of a deal, but then public goes, ooh, that's not how we think of these characters in maybe this universe.
Right.
So go, it's a little different.
Yeah, so now with that in mind, if we talked about that, we'll talk about some box office predictions here. So what do you think, Richie Skye, what is going to be the top 5 next week?
Well, I have, of course, written Suicide Squad as number 1. Duh. I have 9 Lives next. Interestingly enough, I do.
Wow.
I have Jason Bourne after that, Star Trek, and then The Secret Life of Pets.
Man, giving a lot of love for 9 Lives. Richie
I'm
Skye
not
going on
giving.
that
Wait,
9
let's
Lives.
be clear. I'm not giving it love. I'm trying to face a harsh reality here.
Yeah.
Oof. Man,
People
all right.
love cats.
But enough to make it number 2.
I kind of believe that.
Okay. All right. Just
I
got
mean,
it.
I also kind of get it, just because, again, like we're talking about, like,
New family
competition,
movie. Family
yeah,
movies
always do
demographically,
well.
and we
Exactly.
haven't, and look what it's up. I mean, look at all the movies are action movies right now.
Yep.
We just kind of like, I get it.
All right. Well, Quinn, since you were there talking, why don't you give us your list?
Sure, I'm gonna go Suicide Squad, Jason Bourne, Star Trek, 9 Lives, Bad Moms,
All right. It's still 9 lives. All right. In fact, that's okay.
or
All
Bad
right.
Moms, 9 Lives. I mean. Or switch the last two. I don't know. I have no willpower when it comes to my guesses. Like, I swear to God, one person can say one thing, and I'm like, you're right, I'm an idiot. Oh, damn it.
No. Quinn's really committing to 9 lives being number 4. That's fine.
I don't
Stick
know.
to
I'm
it. Stay strong.
actually kind
Stay
of
strong.
like, don't worry, I'm with you there. I'm like,
All right.
yeah, I feel Suicide
Kari?
Squad is gonna be first, then Bourne, then Star Trek. Let's go with 9 Lives, and then Bad Moms.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
all right. I cannot go on 9 lives making it in the top 5. I just can't. It's just so bad. So I'm going to go.
You haven't seen it. What if it's a masterpiece?
Thank you.
What if it's the funniest thing we've ever seen?
We were just talking about reviews being released, and I think it's retroactive. Yeah, it seems like Warner Brothers isn't confident in Suicide Squad. Reviews are still embargoed, and it comes out in a few days. I was just talking about that today. It's like this movie comes out, and there's been no really reviews on it yet. And normally there's some stuff. I mean,
That might be smart, though.
they are doing advanced screenings starting tomorrow, which I'll let you know about. Where it is people, it's going to be at least theaters full of people.
I would like a written
Sorry, that's like a
review.
number. It's going to be, a decent amount of people seeing it, so that might start the ripple effect, and maybe that's when some press reviews will start coming out.
I'm not sure if you look at
I
Batman
just don't
versus
think that
Superman.
the reviews are really going to deter people from seeing
No,
this movie.
probably not. Not Suicide Squad.
It's not going to deter it for the opening weekend, but I think just the general consensus of a film can really affect it for that second week.
But I kind of like them letting the people talk versus a critic. You know what I'm saying? I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's going to be way more important than what critics say
Yeah.
I don't know, but then if
about
you,
this movie.
True, but if you look at Captain America: Civil War, I mean, Marvel screened it way in advance. They got a lot of great publicity about it, a lot of great criticism about the film, and they they felt confident in what they had. So they were like, "All right, we'll show it this early, and we'll let the other reviews stand for themselves." So I don't know. I mean, you look at the Independence Day Resurrection. I mean, they did not screen that at all for the critics there. That was just.
I think
It's tough
they knew.
because the expectations for this movie are just sky high. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I mean, like we've been talking about how they
That's
were,
going to be the problem. Is so
What?
many people
The expectations.
the expectations go when you expect so much from a movie, and then you're
Yeah.
just like, ooh, because there's been a lot of films that people are like, everybody goes, this is so good, this is so great, you need to see it, and so you just keep building up what you want from it, and it's just never going to meet that. So, it sucks.
Well, I'm going to be reading everything I can after Tuesday anyway, so.
Yeah.
So for me, real quick, I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
what are
put,
your guesses?
I just can't put 9 lives in
You're
the
like,
top 5.
no.
I can't. So I'll go.
it's like a point of pride.
Suicide Squad, Jason Bourne. I'm gonna say Bad Moms, Star Trek Beyond, Secret Lives of Pets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting a hairball at the thought of
Suck
a
it.
cat.
Stuck in 9 Lives.
It's just a
Sloth
cat's
is coming
whisker
in.
away.
Sloth is coming in to beat you.
So all right. So just for fun of that, then, because we've been talking so much about 9 Lives this episode, we'd like to take one film and predict its box office next weekend. So why don't we do 9 Lives?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes. I mean, we can sure go big
Well,
about
we both
Suicide
said
Squad.
4
Uh-huh.
ish, so
Yeah.
All right.
I
so
need to remember that.
There you go. So what do you think 9 Lives is going to do box office wise this weekend?
I'm gonna say
we're gonna do one that
35.
we're not even sure is 100% going to be in the top 5.
35.
Well, yeah. I mean, for mine, I don't think it's going to be in the top 5. You guys all think it's going to be in there.
I
Richie's
know.
gonna
I
be
feel like we have to
32.
have like everyone has to be on the same page. Okay. All right. Well, I think it's gonna do.
Wait.
I think it's
All
gonna
right,
do.
so Richie?
35, and I think then
35?
I do.
Oh my gosh, Richie!
just-
I think seeing Lights Out really scared the sense straight out of you.
I am betting on these people that love cats.
Albin, I agree with you. Do not put 9 Lives in the top 5. Thank you, Albin. I appreciate
You
that.
all will be surprised.
Now,
You're all gonna see it.
Number 2. Oh,
We will
my
see.
word.
We all will see.
You will see.
35.
The cat
35
lovers will
million.
unite.
You said
All right.
35
The emails
million.
are circulating right now.
All right. Yeah, much like Bad Moms, there's somebody, there's the 9 Lives.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm gonna go with I'm actually probably close to Alvin's guess here. Because I'm looking at Bad Moms, and Bad Moms, if that drops about 50%, that's at about 11 if I put that at 5. So maybe I'll just round up. I'll go for 12 for 9 Lives.
Okay.
I'll go
Conservative.
15. I'm gonna go up 15.
No one has any faith.
Well, me, oh man.
Ooh,
get
7 million.
Yeah,
2 million.
Jennifer, you're speaking my language.
2
right there.
million, Frank.
Yes.
Jennifer's like,
You're like, is it gonna break $1 million?
I would feel like the studio's just gonna pay people back for this film. Just no, Jennifer, I like where you're going with this. I'll just split the difference between Alvin and Jennifer, and I'll say
This
9
has
million.
been
Nine
biggest-
for 9 Lives.
This has been
that's cheating. You can't use a
Biggest.
number that's in the title of the movie.
It's not
biggest
cheating.
gap since we started.
That's
Oh, yeah.
35 million to 9 million.
Yeah.
All right. 35 million.
Yeah.
Hey, that is bonkers. Like, Richie
Yeah.
Skye, what are you doing?
I'm just letting you know. The cat lovers, man. The cat lovers.
We need to have.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
since this is we run such a wide gamut here. We need to have some stakes. Like something needs to happen.
But I think even
Whoever's the furthest away has to go see it.
I will not
Okay.
be
Okay.
humiliated.
All right. I love that. I love it. Yes. Boom. I'm in Richie Skye. That I am down for that. I love
Okay.
it. Okay.
I'm down. Yeah.
That is excellent. All right. So
It did cost $35 million. Kevin Spacey took all of it.
Yeah, we sure did.
All right, so all right, box office breakdown fans, you hear it here first. So whoever is furthest away from the actual box office will go see that movie.
I think I'm safe on this one.
I think I'm okay
I
too.
think
Yeah.
you're not safe.
I said, well,
No way.
both of you guys.
No. All right, so folks, that's going to do it for this episode of Box Office Breakdown. It's great to have all of us back here together. But you can follow us on Facebook, like us on follow us on Facebook, like us on Facebook. Do follow us there, yeah. Give us those 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comment on that. Thanks so much for joining us there during the actual streaming of the show and chatting. We love having that interaction with you fans there. Richie, if they want to interact with you even after the show's over and just really give you some sweet consolation talk about 9 Lives, where can they find you?
You guys can stalk me on Instagram and Twitter and talk all the cat talk you want to talk. I'll follow and I'll listen.
All right. And you can find me online at Kari Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And follow me for tomorrow because I'll be posting probably some photos while I'm in line waiting, and then what my thoughts are after. At least be spoiler free though, because I am not that person who will be like, this happened. I'll just be like positive, negative, and how I felt.
All right.
About
Quinn?
Suicide
Very
Squad
nice.
tomorrow.
Just like where you are, like mentally after the show.
My energy after the film. No, I don't know.
All right, you guys can find me on Twitter at Quinn Scillian. You can find me on Instagram at Quinstagram, and you can search for me on Snapchat at Quapchat.
Look at that. And Jazz 41173 said he'll definitely scream at the movie. I think, is that Richie for 9 Lives?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yes. All right, Alvin, happy birthday again one more time there. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie. We will see you next week and find out who's going to be seeing 9 Lives
Yeah.
here on Box Office Breakdown on Popcorn Talk. See you then.
See ya.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.